A little earlier today, I was looking at GBP, JPY, and Gartley pattern pulled up over here on the 1 hour. Of course, as I always say before, whenever you're looking at setups in the market, you do have to consider the manipulation that will happen in the market. So AMD, right? Accumulation, manipulation before the distribution, and so what we're seeing over here is the market is getting back to the high was before. I don't know if y'all remember, but one of the last calls I made, right, is when I basically said that the market basically ended in a high, all right, dropped all the way down, and it's corrected itself, right? It hit the 50-point part of mark right here, then it dropped back down and it came back. So if you're viewing this with your eyes, you could tell this is reacting based on fib levels. So a couple of nights ago, basically I was using the fibs on USD JPY as well, and a few other JPY pairs. Right now, it is the Tokyo/Sydney session. So for us, in the East Coast, of the United States, it's already, we're about to go to bed. Out west, y'all just got out of work. It's 6 p.m., in the West Coast time in the United States. But right now, at this current time, it's the beginning of the workday for those in Australia and those in Tokyo and all the countries in that side of the world. Okay, so pretty interesting stuff, right? But the markets do not sleep. All right, the markets do not sleep. This is 24 hours. All right, Forex is 24/5, 24 hours a day, 5.5 days a week, right? Crypto's 24/7, and the stock market, as you know, is from when the bell rings all the way to the end of the workday, which is basically 8:30 to 4:30. That's what it is in the United States, Eastern Standard Time, right? But right now, at this point, it's better for me to trade, right? And better for a lot of you to trade. If you're in the United States, you're already, most likely you're done with your workday for the most part. So this is a really good, comforting time for us to sit, relax, chill, and analyze the markets and get into some trades. Is it the most volatile time to trade when volatility is our friend? No, it isn't. The most volatile time to trade is the overlap between the London session and the New York session, right when the bell is about to ring. So 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is the best time, to really prepare yourself for a lot of volatility to happen throughout the day. But, in a time like this, cool, I'm going to go to where the volatility is, and that is, with the Australian dollar and the Japanese yen pairs, okay? So when we are taking a look at the market, all right, we're going to sit back, we're going to identify some opportunities. Right now, excuse me, right now, what I see happening is this is going to continue to go up a little bit, but then at a certain point, well, let me drink some water, y'all, because at some point it's going to drop down. And when it does, you want to be able to catch that, okay? Eventually, it is going to drop down. If we look to the left, the market is giving us a story. So it rejected very heavily right here, okay? It rejected very heavy right over here. This is on Friday, as a matter of fact. It rejected like crazy in this area. Most likely, that may happen again. If you're looking at this is a descending Gartley pattern, okay? Look at the X and the D. You could clearly see, all right, that this is basically descending. And eventually, when the markets are basically triangulating with one another, if you're looking at how some trends are moving versus other minor trends, and you see that there's going to be this cross about to happen, or the market is getting cornered into a triangular like pattern, you can expect the breakout to happen. So when I'm looking at this right now, even just looking at it with my eyes, yeah, this is sitting right here at a high, and we want to catch this on the way down. Now, because the market is higher than where our entry point is going to be, then this will be a sell stop. Okay, this is not going to be a sell limit. A sell limit is if the market is below and we have a sell limit entry just above it, and you're anticipating the market is going to come up and then drop at a certain level. You want to catch that. That's when you put a sell limit. But in this case, because the market is already above us and we want to catch it while the market is sliding down, this is going to be a sell stop. Okay, this is going to be a sell stop right here. Okay, and what are the numbers that I put out there? I put out the signal. Let me, where at my Discord at? Okay. Let me go to my trade ideas. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna actually text this in the chat because I literally just put this alert out. But this is going to be a sell stop. Okay, it's gonna be a sell stop. So let me just copy and paste this over to the chat here on Zoom. I don't like the way that's laid out. It looks trash. 1 second. Let me try to fix this layout. All right, I'm fixing it. And I'm gonna space it out for you just so it's gonna be easier for you to copy and paste. All right, along with my chart shot as well. All right, I'm gonna make sure I reiterate that this is a sell stop, okay? GBP, JPY. And there we go. All right, if y'all can see that, that should be a little easier on the eyes instead of a bunch of this right over here. See if I can delete. Are you sure you want to delete the message? Other participants may still see this message on device where the software hasn't been up there. All right, let me get rid of that other text where everything was like kind of jumbled together. So let me see. Let me know if you can see that and it's clear. Let me know if you can see it. Type 777 if you can see that trade ID I just put in the chat. All right, it looks cleaner, right? Does it look clean? You guys prefer it like that in that format? Cool. Thank you. All right, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Isaiah, Linda, George, Bodie, Ruby. Appreciate it. Sergio. A lot of participation here. I love it. Claudette, Devin. Let's get it. Okay. Now y'all going crazy on me. All right. So we're gonna anticipate this this sell stop right over here, and make it a dotted line. So at least I know in my head this is where we have a position waiting. Okay, let's look at USD JPY. Let's see what's going on with USD JPY. We can identify, anything good. So remember, I put this alert. Remember, guys, when I put this alert, it was on Monday. Was it on Monday? I put this. Let me see. Unless I'm wilding out. All right, I put this up here. This is Tuesday. I go live on Monday nights. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, on Monday night, I actually called this out. It smashed take profit. That's 125 pips right there, which I do have to take a picture and notify one of my other groups because I do have multiple communities. So I'm just gonna put this here. Let me make sure I send this to one of my partners. Yo, the trade I called on Monday on the live session, it smashed take profits, bro. That's 125 pips in the bag, bro, for the week. All right. So with this one particular group, I go live just once a week, and they'll be all right with that. Okay. So obviously we see this. This is going to the moon over here. We smashed this, and what was the whole scenario behind this? Right. Let me kind of zoom out and show you what I did. First and foremost, I'm using the market volume profile with visible range, so I could see where a lot of the money is pouring in at. And this is something that you can't really tell through basic technicals alone. Okay, so for my ICT traders, inner circle traders, SMC traders, smart money concepts, it's both styles are institutional styles of trading, and basically this is a big plus to have volume, to have volume profile, market profile with visible range on it, because look what happened. The market definitely reacted like I knew it would, and on top of that, when I had called this on Monday, I've used my fib levels, and I noticed from the swing low to the swing high, right over here, I knew that the market just continued to react at these fib levels. And with all the strength that it was mustering up, I knew this thing was going to go out of the park. And this is why I decided to put a buy stop, position on here. And look, smashed 125 pips. And you are out. Okay, so look, I'm gonna go and look at Euro JPY, which Euro JPY is actually a lot of time that has positive confluence with USD JPY. But what I see over here, I actually see a couple of patterns that confirms that right now at this very level, this is a very noteworthy level. Now I'm looking at different patterns over here. We have particularly the BAT and the Leonardo pattern is both depicting these areas as potential entry. So look at this right over here. Look at this box over here. Okay, right over here. Right here, solid entry zone right over here. This is a good entry zone right over here. All right, so any of these positions, would be good. But notice, it's not immediately over here, right? Because you also got to consider where a lot of liquidity may be sitting. And right now, the way the institutions are looking at is there's liquidity all in this level right over here, right? And this is even without anything particularly special. But again, when we look to the left is telling us a story. So watch this. Let's stretch this back. Look at that. Look at that last candle before that candle just came all the way down. Look at this. This right here is basically an order block, right? From this candle over here, let me zoom in just in case y'all can't see it, because I do want to make sure y'all are seeing this, okay? So look at this candle. Peep this candle right over here. Let me get the rectangle out of the way. All right, so this candle right over here. All right, y'all gonna make me bring out my my drawing tool over here. All right, because I want y'all to really see what I'm talking about. All right, let me bring this over here. All right, cool. All right, so when we see this right over here, look at this candle. Okay, look at the top of the wick right over here. And there's a small wick in the bottom, but this is the opening of the candle right over here. So this area right over here, this whole area, right, from wick to wick, this is the order block, right? Because this is the last candle before there was a big, move that took place in the market. This one candle was insanely huge. This validates this as an order block. Now, when I'm looking at these certain levels and I'm shifting the rectangle back, right? Let me take this out of the way. Okay. All right. When I'm bringing this back, doesn't that look crazy close? So I'm just going to adjust it just a little bit. boom, and there we go. All right. So now, as I'm going through here, I know there's a lot of liquidity sitting there. Okay, a lot of liquidity sitting there. So, what do you think the institutions are going to do most likely? They're probably going to come and grab liquidity in this area once again before it makes its move. So, remember what I'm continuing to drill in y'all heads, right? And that is AMD: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. All right. So it ain't just accumulation, distribution. There's manipulation that's going to happen. So even though here's a really valid mark right over here, right, where we could just go and rush into a sell right now, right? We could go and rush into a sell right now. Other institutions kind of already know what's about to happen. So what they're going to do, they're going to go and they're going to try to grab some liquidity. So people stop losses, right? That's liquidity for them. Okay. This is stop hunting right here, 101. So before it is actually going to go and make its move, it's probably going to grab some liquidity all up in this liquidity zone before it decides to make a move. So guess what? This is going to be another sell stop. Oh, that was a ugly S. You saw that? It looks like an inverted 3. I'm so sorry. So look, bottom line is this is going to be another sell stop. All right, there's going to be another sell stop. But first, we're going to wait for this to grab the liquidity. So what we're going to do is we're going to just set it and forget it. We're going to set the sell stop right over here in this area. And we already are going to be prepared that this is going to be a liquidity grab right around here somewhere. It's going to go and spike over here somehow, some way. It's probably going to dance a little bit over here, range a little bit right in this area before it goes grab liquidity and then it makes its move. But we're going to anticipate all that by having the entry set right over here, okay? So it could be anywhere between 161.856 to 162.046, and I'm going to go with the higher number, okay? I'm going to go with the higher number. So I'm going to go with 162.046. All right, as the entry for my sell stop. Okay, so let me make sure that I'm writing this down for y'all, or I'm putting this on the board here. Okay, so entry. All right, entry point 162.046. All right, let me just get this out of the way. Stop loss 163.25. Honestly, it should be above that, but let me just put that in anyway. All right, 163.25, 250, because certain brokers, depending on how you entering, these exchange rate prices, sometimes it's different with different brokers. All right, and then we have TP1. Okay, so TP1. All right, take profit 1, that's 160.727. All right. So again, this is oh no. Okay. All right. I thought I almost X myself out of this. All right, Euro JPY sell stop. All right, it's gonna be a sell stop. All right. Let me bring out the short position tool. All right. So there's going to be a big move over here. All right. So there's a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. Okay. Right over here. That's a little too steep, but if we're going to do that, might as well bring it to the TP2 or at least the halfway point. Let me see. So the halfway point is TP1. I'm looking right over here. That would be a good point. The stop loss, I don't want to bring it down too crazy because when it gets manipulated, they're gonna stop hunt. That's basically what they're gonna be doing. So this is kind of a little better. So what I would do is I would put a small lot size on this. I will put a small lot size on this. One second, y'all. Let me make sure I switch this back to the host. Yeah, I see now. Let me just clean up the chat a little bit. Guys, don't click none of those links. Sometimes there be people that, they know that I'm going to go live, and it could be somebody extremely random from a whole other country you don't know, from a hole in the wall. So let me just clean this up for you. Damn. Yo, they don't stop. That's crazy. I mean, they stop now because now I have the messages being sent directly to me, so they can't really do anything really. But yeah, they spam the hell out of this. I can't get rid of all of it. So look, y'all, no, don't click any link that you see there at all right now. Okay. So I just shut off the chat to only have it message just directly to me, and that's basically that. Okay. I'll open the chat a little later, but for right now, let's just get through the lesson. Let's get through the trading session. All right, so they are going to stop hunt, right? But 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio is cool. If you want to switch it up a little bit, you can. I would do a low lot size because there is a lot at risk. We're really giving a lot of room for them to manipulate. But for the most part, this should be straight. If you want to do 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, all right, we could bring it down right over here. So not necessarily to the TP2, but right over here, which is more like the it's like more like the 80% mark. So it is 159.629. You can do that if you want. 159.629. And that's going to be a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, which is a little better. That's going to be a little bit better. And I'll just name this as TP2, but when it, 9. Yeah, I'm just going to list the TP2 over here instead. All right, so there's a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And as we're looking at this right over here, we could tell, okay, there's a 120 pip risk for a 240 pip reward. If you could tell, my last trade, the one that went to the moon, USD JPY, that was a bag of 120. Actually, this was way more. This was, sheesh, this is crazy. There was actually 200 pips. 200 pips. I thought it was less. I thought it was 120, but nah, that's 200 pips. USD JPY. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Euro JPY. All right, so these are the numbers. Let me make sure I copy and I paste these to you. Just keep in mind, y'all, that trading involves risk. All right, so do so responsibly. Let me text this in the group so y'all have it. All right, there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, so now y'all have it. So you can just basically copy and paste it over to Trade Locker or MetaTrader or whatever it is that you use to trade. All right, so look, a couple of setups right over here, and we're gonna anticipate it. That's the good thing about trading regular Forex is that, right? We can, set it and forget it, and we know all the potential outcomes of a position. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, now that we got at least two setups out of the way, I'm going to go and I'm going to trade binary in front of you so you can see how that looks. And binary is, a little bit faster. So I'm going to go into, let's go into a pair we haven't, really been on today. Let's go to AUD USD. Okay, it is Sydney session, Sydney, Australia. So the Australian dollar is popping right now. Yeah, I'm getting a couple of patterns over here. Actually, 3 harmonic patterns back to back. That signifies that this thing is about to go bullish. And from what I can see over here, let me remove this. Let me pinch it in and let me zoom out. Okay, we're on the 1 hour volume profile showing me where the money at. Okay, and yeah, real simple. From what I can see right over here, there's a lot of money being poured into this area, and it looks like it's probably going to start to go down. Yeah, I see a strong downward movement right about now. So let me see what's up with this, y'all. Let me bring out some extra tools that y'all have never seen before. Okay, so on my Web Slinger 3.0, I can see, all right, that there's a cross right over here, boom, and there's a second cross currently already happening, but we gotta see how this closes over here by the end of the hour. If it closes below this line, below my tripwire right over here, okay, if you look, a lot of these tools, I definitely had a hand in developing. So I'm going to see if this is going to close below over here, because again, the left is going to tell us a story. When we look to the left, it's going to give us a story. All right, this is a potential sell right over here. If it closes below this, all right, and then I'm definitely going to be interested in selling this. Okay, from what I can see over here, let's look at the 4 hour. Let's look at the bigger picture. Let's see what's really good, what's really going on. A lot of money being poured in here. All right, let's see if this is gonna close below. Let's look at the daily. Let's see what's up with this. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, as I look at the daily, it looks like it's getting to a point where it's about to start crossing down, but I don't know it's going to be super permanent. Remember, the higher the time frame, the stronger the confirmation. It's hitting a super high area right over here. Okay. All right, so it looks like, if anything, this is probably going to be a good binary move. It's probably going to be a better binary move for me to just get in and get out. It's a sharp move over here to the downside, but we gotta make sure that this is legit over here, because look at this wick over here. We gotta make sure this is all right. All right, so let me show you an example of what it's like to trade binary. So if I'm looking at this AUD USD and I'm determining, this thing is dropping and it looks like, we could get a quick grab, then I'm going to be all for it. Let me first make sure, before I do that, I go on Forex Factory just to make sure, all right, that we're Gucci over here. So look, this makes sense. Australian dollar had an update, okay, a good update for that matter. And, in that case, AUD USD should be going up if they had a good update 10 minutes ago. But it's going down. So that could be manipulation right there, right? We're good until 11:35. So right over here, me seeing this is supposed to be good for Australian dollar. So AUD, any pair starting with AUD should be going up. But in fact, it's actually going down. So that tells me there's some manipulation happening right now. So what I'm going to do, right? What I'm going to do is, because there's some manipulation, I could get in on some quick buys. Hold Hold on, let me put in some mixtures in here. Okay, got a head and shoulders over here. So it should be, look, AUD USD is supposed to be going up, but look, it's going down. This is manipulation. This right here is what we wait for, right? This right here is what we wait for. All right, let me look in the higher time frame. And if I could get a different type of candle before that spike candle, then we in the money. It's eventually going to go up. And we did get these patterns to tell us there's going to be these buys waiting right over here. There's going to be some buys waiting for us. So let me get rid of the web strings because that's not really going to do anything for us right now. Yeah. So my trap scanner is telling me this is right in the buy area. So it's gonna go get its liquidity before it starts shooting up again. And let me do a mix with my harmonics. Yep. And it looks like I'm gonna go with this with the anti-bat right over here, following this wick right over here. I'm gonna go with the anti-bat pattern, and this is basically what it's gonna be showing me right over here. All right, and it's gonna be this color right over here. All right, so entry point, there's entry point right here. As a matter of fact, is right now. I do believe is actually gonna go all the way down to where the D is at. So I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. So this stop loss over here is actually gonna be my entry point. This is what it's gonna be right over here. So let me make sure that I jot this down. So we good, and I'm gonna have to use the let me use the long position tool because we're looking for a buy. All right, so from here to this point, all right, it's only 10 pips. Yeah, it's light as hell. All right, we're gonna bring this up. It's 35 pips. Actually, we'll do TP2. 79 pips. We don't need to get thirsty. Let me find a good medium point. I'm looking at this high over here. All right, this is what, 60? All right, let's go with 60 as our TP. 60 pips, okay? And let's make it 60 pip reward. And as far as our stop loss, we'll do this. We'll do a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Okay, so we're gonna risk 20 pips, about 20 pips in order to make 60 pips. So that's basically what I'm gonna put out here. And let me just text this in here. So we got the setup, AUD USD. All right, and this is gonna be, this could be a buy of any sort, buy at market. All right, entry point. .68, 645. Okay. Stop loss. All right, we got a stop loss sitting at 68330. And our TP is 69129. All right, so 20 pip risk. for a 60 pip potential gain. Okay. And so this could be entry point. It could be at market right now. So let me make sure that I copy and paste this right over to y'all. All right, so I want to make sure y'all got that. Let me read some of the questions here. Okay, I need to get cleaner on my markups then. Yeah, I mean, the cleaner you get in your markups, the better. You know, the more picky you are with your markups, the better. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. Linda, looks like it's going to break through. Getting better on my news game. Good, good. Yes, you're seeing it right. All right, let me. Yo, Sergio's a beast. I'm looking at the comments right now. That's funny. Um, who TF is Tony? I have no idea. A bootleg Tony Montana. I don't know. All right, let me scroll up. All right. So if anybody got any questions, let me know now before I start moving on. What's your Yeah, options is a beast way to trade short term. I like to use dotrade.com. No affiliate link or nothing like that. I just like to use dotrade.com. To me, it's cleaner, and for me, the less people on the platform, the better. It really is just so much of a better way to trade. Just keep in mind, OTC is over the counter, so if you're doing over the counter, doing your analysis on TraderView ain't gonna make any sense because OTC is synthetic. But like, let's say you wanted to put in a quick trade. It's real simple. You choose the time that you want to be in and out of a trade. You select the amount that you want to risk. So let's say I put in, I don't know, let's say I put in a $750 position, and I decide, hey, look, in the next 2 minutes, I could be in and out the market with the bag with a quick position, taking a quick sell position. You can do that, okay? So here's how it looks like as an example. And this is just an example. If this fails, I really don't care. I can make it up real quick. But this is just an example. So if you put in a sell, see this arrow down, as long as the market is anywhere below this red line by your 2-minute time expiration in this example, because that's the time expiration, then you're good to go, okay? If I entered a buy, let me show you how it looks when I enter a buy. So I'm gonna wait for this to spike down a little bit before I enter a buy. Okay, you see this arrow up? If the market is anywhere above that by the time expiration, then you're good to go. So basically, binary is extremely quick. It'll drive you crazy. If you're a first time trader, it'll drive you nuts. But I will always recommend to start you off with trading just regular forex first before you get into binary. Binary is an adrenaline rush. So it's very similar. It's very similar to, from what I heard from OGs, trading on the trade floor in Wall Street, because you have to actually press these buttons to stop your trade, to start your trade, and to stop your trade. So it's kind of that kind of a rush. And so a lot of people like binaries because of that. That's one of the reasons why I fell in love with binaries. But I didn't, obviously my analysis on USD was on Monday, and that was the big trade that took us to the moon. That's when you can actually take your time. But if you want to get in and out of the market with the bag, then you want to make sure you do a top-down analysis from the higher time frames all the way down to the 5-minute before you decide to enter a trade. So, I have different kinds of strategies where, for example, if you, let's say you took 10 trades, right? Let's say you took 10 trades, and let's say you put a very small risk on 8 of those trades, and 2 of them you put a higher risk because you're more sure that these trades are going to win. right? At the end of the day, it's actually less about accuracy and more about risk management. So there's a lot of tools, a lot of systems that I recommend, right? So look, here was the winner. This was a 2 minute position, $750 position, and the profit payout on this is 1,222 in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, right? So I don't get too crazy. And this is probably one of the reasons why I can't be an educator anymore. Because, honestly, I was addicted to this. This is, for a long time, I was addicted to trading, and it really wasn't. It really wasn't healthy, right? At all. So you got to, manage yourself. Okay, if you don't manage yourself, you're going to drive yourself crazy. You're probably going to take, positions that you don't want to take. So if you're going to do binary, you got to be responsible. So, be honest with me. If you feel like you could be a responsible trader, type 333 in the chat. If you feel like you could be a responsible trader, and if you can't, then type 000. Type 000 if you feel like you're going to be an irresponsible trader. See, Nicole is honest. Nicole wrote 0000. She put 6 zeros in there. So I respect that, right? But yeah, this is as volatile as hell. So look, there's another one and then another one. Okay, so look. That's 1,222, 1,222. The other one was 1,222, and I lost the first one, which was 750. So when you weigh these risks, right? Then you just got to be real careful. It could be addicting. Got to be careful. But look at this. Back clear, back clear, back clear. So I lost one, but I won 3 others. So the first win, right? It basically made up a little bit, because it's only 63%. It made up a little bit for my $750 loss, okay? Only made up a little bit of it. But I got into profits with the second win and deeper into profits with the third win. So that's basically how that works with binary. So you see it's a little different, okay? Teal Pips, my hands start to sweat and heartbeat goes up. Yes, that's why I have this sound effect right over here. Let's see, where is it? Yep, that's the heartbeat sound effect. So when I do live sessions, sometimes I like to mess around. I like to play with the different sounds and all that. But I ain't gonna do all that today. I'm just warming y'all up to me. But yeah, dotrade.com is I think it's made in Germany. I think this is a German broker, but it's pretty solid. There's not too many people on it, and that's good. They do have copy trading as well. I guess I'm not gonna put that in there. I do not like to copy trade at all, because you start to see trades that you're like, wait a second, I didn't authorize this. So you got to be careful. Like, you can do the AI trading, but you got to be real careful with these things. Like, you cannot be playing around with it. But for a typical forex broker, for example, this right here, this is a typical one. This is not on Trade Locker yet. This just has its own platform. But let's say, let me actually. We did Euro JPY. Let me show you how it looks like when we are putting in a position. So we go in for sell, and then we put the signal out. Okay, let me show you how it looks like. So this is what I mean by copy and pasting for anyone that's confused or whatever. So let's say I go in here, I just simply copy it like you would copy it from the chat. So Euro JPY. This is just an example. All right, so this would be a pending order, but we did say sell stop, right? So let me get in here. Hold on, let me do this again, because I got to select sell stop. There we go. Sell stop. And let's say I did 1.5 lot. All right. And this is where I would copy. Okay. Add protection orders. So we're going to put the stop loss right here. Control C or Command C for keyboard shortcuts for copying. Gonna enter it right here. Okay, and take profit. Now, of course, on your phone it's much easier. But starting next week, I'm gonna be on Trade Locker, so you can see how I do it with that. It's similar. It's not crazy, but look, you can see over here. So 120 pips risk for 241 pip reward, and then boom, we send the order, and bam, there you go. And you can now see this on your chart. And if you want to adjust, you can literally just move the lines and adjust it. So you could do that. You can also do the same thing on Trade Locker, which is like the new hot platform to replace MetaTrader. So I'll show you guys how to do that next time. But if you want, I can send you a training video that I already did for Trade Locker. And I have training videos for MetaTrader as well. So you tell me what you're looking for, and I got you. I got a whole library of stuff for you to see. So whatever it is you're trying to learn, just holler at me, hit me up directly, and I'll just send you a YouTube link to one of my videos, and you'll be good with that. But for the most part, I want to take a quick like poll here, right? What is your preferred way of trading? Is it Forex? Is it binary? Is it futures? Is it stocks? Is it crypto? Let me know, because we got all kinds of traders here. Indices, like what is it? So binary and futures, I see it right over here. Dope. Trying to learn Trade Locker since MT4, MT5 don't have a lot of brokers. Yeah, so let me give you the inside scoop on that, Noel. So the reason why is because I think Russia is MetaTrader is based in Russia, and when things happen on the politics spectrum, it actually does affect international business. So MetaTrader has been, under the bus for a little bit. First, they were completely off of the app stores. You couldn't download them. You had to go a roundabout way to re-download MetaTrader, MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5, and then finally they got back into the app stores, the Google Play Store as well. And then now this new thing where any U.S. broker can no longer be compatible with MetaTrader, and that's from federal regulations, right? That's at the federal level. So all U.S. brokers have to comply and completely remove themselves from MetaTrader to not give MetaTrader business. It's just, this is the things that kind of happen when the top brass make decisions, right? And so, for some of y'all, some of you see, some of you see some of my posts on my stories, political type stuff or whatever. I base things based on really on the mindset of a trader, because as traders, what we're doing when we're trading Forex too, is we are betting one economy against another. That's what we're doing. So when we're trading USD JPY, we're betting one economy, USD, versus the Japanese economy, right? And so if you're buying on USD JPY, you're buying USD, but you're selling JPY at the same time. When you sell USD JPY, you're buying JPY, selling USD at the same time. So you're basically making your bid over who you're buying over. And that's really what it is from the internal aspect. But of course, for user interface purposes and to not confuse customers, you could just buy or sell on a currency pair. But in reality, you're just inverting the buying process. You're buying. That's what you're doing the entire time. You're buying. So when you're selling, you're buying something. When you're buying, you're buying something. So it's all buys, right? That's really what it is at the end of the day. And it's an exchange. So the foreign exchange market, you're doing an exchange. So when you're doing a take profit, you are automatically selling you're basically, you just sold your bought position, right? And that's what it is on the internal workings of it all. Binary options, Forex, binary, Forex and crypto, Forex and indices. I like to do all three, binary and Forex. Dope, dope. I would love to learn more about futures. Yeah, futures is fire. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff. So when you are a trader, you're basically one of the frontline people in the economy. You are a retail trader, right? You are a retail trader. And so you are, front lines, but you're also easy targets for the institutions. This is why we make sure that you trade with the institutions in mind, right? And so look, we put in this trade just now, Euro JPY at market, already $40. So it's already 4 pips in profit, 5 pips in profit, and you can pull out. If you're good with making $50 in a matter of 2 minutes, then you're good. Because guess what? There's people that don't even make $50 an hour. So do you see how far this can go? If you see how far this can go, do me a favor, type 777 in the chat. We're gonna close this out, but type 777 in the chat right now if you feel what I'm saying. Like, if you understand how powerful this could be. People are not even getting paid $20 an hour like that, $30 an hour, but $50 in the period of 2 minutes. Come on, somebody. Do y'all see how powerful this could be? Is it going to happen overnight? No, but it's going to be a slow burn. All right. It's going to be a slow process until you really start to cook up. All right. It's going to be a slow process until it starts to cook up. Okay. So listen, this is where it's at. And so, I believe somebody asked me for my IM link. I'm gonna be honest. IM, in my opinion, is great for the market tools, the scanners. The scanners are fire because for the 2 years that I've been away from IM, I could not find any actual scanners, right, that is just as awesome as the ones that IM provides. So from a customer standpoint, I have to have access to these scanners. These scanners are just that fire. That's really what it is. How do I join your team with your mentorship? Hit me up directly and I got you. You can actually just go over here to mineonbillions.com. Let me enter this in right over here. So this is my website. And I have a lot of stuff in here, a lot of free stuff. But you could look around and you could search up for trainings or whatever. So when I go on here, let me just show you, when I go on here, okay, you could look into some of these trading solutions. A lot of the stuff that start over here are scanners that only belong to IM. I do have a lot of other free stuff to take advantage of. Remember the Trade Locker training I was just mentioning? You could click on that. Boom, and you're good to go. MetaTrader, boom, get a free MetaTrader training right over here. So I have a lot of free trainings that you can look at. And if you want to rock out with me, then, you can go over here to Market Tools presentation. If you want to get a deep dive into all kinds of trading, futures, stocks, Forex, crypto, even the metaverse, everything. All right, just go over here to Intro to Trading and click the first one. I'm breaking down a lot of this stuff bit by bit. And then in the end, you'll see the market tools that I like to use personally. You can watch this video right over here, and here's a slideshow for it as well, just so you know, you'll have everything you need to learn all types of different forms of trading. So I got a lot of free education for you. Obviously, the market tools are not free, but to be honest, they only $99 a month. It's crazy worth it. All right. I bought strategies and systems that cost me $5,000 a year. All right. So believe me when I say, this is some fire stuff. So you can really learn a lot with a lot of this free knowledge that I'm giving over here as well. So take advantage of all that. Take advantage of mindonbillions.com. Because this is a site I put together to give people free value and also to let people know what I'm in on, what exactly, am I doing myself. And one good thing is when you get the market tools and you join the squad and whatnot, I actually throw signals into our team chat. So our team just discovered, that today I completely forgot to send signals in there. But I got to send these signals, in a few minutes, for my people on the side that I personally mentor, that I have prior commitments with. I got to send them these signals that I just popped in this chat. In this live session. So look, make sure y'all get at me, mindonbillions.com. Hit me up directly if you got any questions. I'm here to help. I don't bite. So if you haven't spoken to me for a while, or you haven't seen me in a while, or you don't know me or whatever, it's all love. Okay. Just make sure you hit me up. Ask me whatever question you want. There's no such thing as a stupid question. You can be comfortable with me. I mentor thousands upon thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people. I travel around the world teaching people what I know. And ain't nothing special about me. The only difference between you and me is I got a little bit more time in the game, and that's it. So my goal with you is to help make sure that you understand, how to run these plays, so that way you get your ass paid. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, stay blessed, take care. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna get back. We're gonna go live again probably tomorrow. So I'm gonna see how y'all feeling about it. And then we're just gonna take it to another level. All right. So with that said, stay blessed, take care, and peace out. Have yourselves a great night and happy trading.